What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz, and I got a free pick for you from this Houston versus Syracuse college basketball matchup going down on Monday, November 24th, 2025. Before I get to the free pick, if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, the ones that I have the most money on every day, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium or by clicking the link in the description of this video below. We've got so much free pick content here at Pickdawgz. You know, these plays on the premium side are our best of the best. That's what Pickdawgz Premium is for. We've also got our Inner Circle VIP services. It's something we've been mentioning in a lot of our recent videos. It's not for everyone. It's for those who are making bigger bets and have larger bankrolls. They're betting at least $1,000 per game, which is the requirement to be accepted into the service. But we've had a lot of big bettors, a lot of high rollers join the club already. They've had a ton of early success with the one-on-one coaching, bankroll management, the early releases. So if this sounds like something that's for you, reach out to the number on the screen and we'll get you some more information. But let's get to this one between Houston and Syracuse from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas as part of the Players Era Festival. And you've got Syracuse coming into this one 4-0 on the year. They knocked off Monmouth last time out 78-73, while Houston comes in 5-0 on the year. They took down Ryder 91-45. And, you know, Houston, outside of the 1-point win over Auburn, and it was a semi-road environment, this is a neutral site game for Houston, and they haven't necessarily played the toughest schedule. They did have a couple of games against teams inside the KenPom top 200 against Towson and Oakland, won those games by 17 and 33 points respectively. But if you've looked at Houston, if you know Houston basketball in the past under Kelvin Sampson, this is kind of what Houston does, is they schedule a few softer games early on in the year. They beat up on these teams. And even though some folks will say, oh, well, that doesn't really prepare you for teams that you're going to face in the Big 12, it doesn't seem to stop Houston. It's kind of just more like Sampson schedules these paycheck games to work out the kinks that his team may have defensively. And we saw some kinks early on in the season. I mean, they only beat Lehigh by 18 points, Towson by 17, but then they figured it out. It flipped a switch, and then all of a sudden, Oakland goes into Houston, loses by 33, and then Houston demolishes Ryder at home by 46 points, 91-45. So, you know, I think Houston's going to be fine. 283rd strength of schedule isn't great, but you know what's even worse is the strength of schedule is dead last in the country, the worst strength of schedule in the country, and that belongs to Syracuse, who's played Binghamton, Delaware State, Drexel, and Monmouth. Yeah, and I get it. You should go 4-0 in those games. Congrats. I mean, you know, Syracuse, you're 4-0. That's awesome. But again, you only beat Monmouth by 5 points. The other games, you know, against Drexel, Delaware State, and Binghamton are games that I would hope you would win. I know it's been a down couple years for Syracuse. You know, they haven't necessarily been to the NCAA tournament since 2021. But, I would hope that you would win those games. And now, if you're Syracuse, it's hard for me to take these numbers with a grain of salt because they haven't played anyone. I mean, again, no disrespect to Monmouth, Drexel, Delaware State, or Binghamton, but Houston's a whole different ball of wax. I don't know what else I have to say. I mean, yeah, Syracuse on the surface, you know, second in 3-point defense, third in 2-point defense, they're top 10 in turnover percentage. They're the best in effective field goal percentage defense. That's great, but again, against the worst strength of schedule. Houston, there's certain things they don't do well offensively. They don't shoot the three particularly well for a team that shoots as many threes as they do. They don't get to the foul line all that much. And they're a decent 2-point shooting team, which is good for them considering that's where the majority of their points are coming from. They're a top 40 in terms of 2-point dependency. 56.5% of Houston's points are coming from inside the perimeter. So I think that, you know, like I said, I think that Houston is still an elite team defensively. I have a lot easier time trusting what they're going to do on that end of the floor against a Syracuse team that for me is just unproven. At least we can say that Houston has the win over Auburn in a semi-road environment. They have the wins over decent mid-major teams by significant margins like Towson and Oakland. And I think that Houston shuts down Syracuse here. I think this is going to be a shock to the system for Syracuse. I think Houston gets it done. So I'm going to lay the points with Houston in this one. That's going to be my free pick. Thank you so much for checking out this free pick video. Let me know who you guys like in this game in the comment section below. And remember, if you're looking for my best bets, you can head to Pickdawgz Premium or by clicking the link in the description of this video below. And remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout, PICK. Get you 15% off your purchase. Good luck, and we'll see you guys soon.